Hey y'all, happy Sunday. I'm glad everybody is here. Hello, hello, hello. Ooh, I see Wanda Dessou. Girl, how you been? I'm so glad y'all are here. Look, this show just went off a little bit ago. I had to run to the bathroom. Now girl is back. We can talk about what we just saw. Now, as y'all come in, please hit the like button. Please and thank you. Like this video. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Hit the notification bell and make sure you click all so that way y'all will know. Woo. Every time we go live over here with myself and the Royal family. Y'all, I just heard gunshots. And I'm too old to dive on the floor. Ain't that nothing? At least I think those was gunshots. Felt like it to me in my spirit. But anyway, since we reporting live from Afghanistan. Okay. Y'all, my baby is here in the background, Miss Geneva. Okay, so she gonna be right here. If y'all hear somebody chiming in while we doing this good review, that's who it is. It is our eldest royal baby. We are gonna talk about what we saw on this here show because it was a mess, y'all. It was a whole mess. Now, before we get going, y'all know I got to greet everybody in the chat. Okay, so let me take it from the top or from the tippy. And we're going to move all the way on down. All right. Oh, all the family up in here. Nacho Twins Mama, how you doing? Helene Easley. How are you, Miss Las Vegas? Lala Chanel, good to see you. There go my sister Angie all the way from Dade County. Always a pleasure to see you. Who else we got? Who else? Chris Stephanie Stroud. Hey, sis. Sasha Ellis. How you doing this good Sunday? How are you? Such a wonderful thing it is to have you here in the chat. Ann Rose, how you doing, sister? I know you ready to talk about this mess we just saw. Hazeline, you fell asleep. You got to rewatch. Okay, well, catch us on the replay, girl. It is the beautiful Chanel D. Queen. How are you? Good to see you. It's the beautiful CC Miller. Girl, I got the present you sent me. Thank you so much. I love you so much. She's so sweet. We got Miss Annie Gant. How you doing? She's over there in South Carolina. Okay. Good to see you, Miss Annie. Hey, Southern Charm. She said, y'all, what in the world did we just watch? Girl, we gonna talk about it. Should be called Porsha's Dysfunctional Family Matters. This show should. Baby, it was a big bowl full of funk, and we gonna get into it. I promise you that. Okay, who else we got up in here before we start talking about these people? Learning to love myself. Happy to see you. How you been? She's always here. She always got my back. Hey, happy to be happy. Still coughing, as you can hear. Jesse X, how are you? Oh man, you got bits and pieces because they call what? Girl, that's how people do. They call when the show on. Hey, Cassandra, how you doing, pretty lady? Good to see you. Who else we got? Wanda Dessou. Sis, how have you been? All right, from Jacksonville. All right, Miss Duval County. Okay, Duval. Kyra, how you doing? Always a pleasure seeing you.
I hope your day is good.
Google. Mind your business. All right. Hey, M. Hall, how you doing, sister? Who else is in here? Let me try to greet everybody so we can start talking about what is going on. There's Mama's baby in the chat and also in the room with Mama. We got, who else we got? We got Miss Sparkle up in here, honey. The Mary Kay lady. Y'all better holler at her if you need your supplies. Yolanda Franklin, hey, girl. Hey, there's my sis Lily, the red lipstick hustler. Good to see you, sis. Jamie, how are you? Tina, Queen of Cheesecake, how you doing? Uh-oh, it's our own resident glamour girl, Miss Niecy Rose. How are you? All the way up there in Canada. Tracy Lashley, good to see you. All right. You say sounded like knocking on the door. Girl, it might have been the angels knocking on the door, but it sure sounded like the Pow Pows to me. Now, I don't know who out there arguing, but I sure hope they get over it. Talking about drop down. Girl, I ain't finna drop nowhere. I'm going to put it in God's hand, not the way my knees and hips are set up. I wish I would. I did all my bullet dodging before I left the state of Florida. The lies you tell. Hey, DS. How you doing? There's my sister Spiller. How you doing, sis? I got to call you because I need to meet up with you this week. I got something for you. Hey, Plum. How are you, Leslie? How you doing? I be the sheet. How are you? Good to see you, the divine Miss M. Hey there. She says Lord SG is in the palace. Well, all right, Lord SG, honey. Hey, Miss Gigi. Happy to see you. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you came back. There's my Kia Cocoa Pop. How are you? How are you? Who else we got? Oh. I'm trying to make sure I don't miss nobody because I'm ready to start talking about this show. But y'all know I can't do nothing until I greet everybody. Hey, Shade Queen, I know you ready to go. T Bell, how are you? All right. All right. Cha. Who do we have? Oh, Vita. Vita Worship. Let me not forget Vita. How you doing, Vita? Let me make sure I got everybody now. It's getting a little heavy. DT made it. Hey, my DT. Marilyn McGowan, my sister. How are you? Love you. Glad you're here. And I think I got everybody, y'all. Okay, bet. So I got everybody. Listen, y'all know what I always say. If anybody comes in after I greet everybody, y'all please greet them for me and make sure everybody who enters this chat feels welcome. That is royal family business and is super important. Wait, hold up, wait a minute. This is our sister, the beautiful, the lovely, the kind, the gorgeous Miss Ann Grace. I'm so happy to see you. Where you been? We miss you. I miss you. I'm so happy to see you. I know you say you can't stay long, but I'm so glad you stopped by. That was everything. You put a huge smile on my face just being there. LaShayna, how are you? You're new to the channel? Well, you're welcome. Y'all welcome, LaShayna. Good to see you. What a beautiful picture. All right, please come on back again. Hey, lady from Panama City. Good to see you. We're doing great, and I'm glad to see you. Missed you. All right. So y'all make sure y'all greet folks as they come in, and let's start talking about. What was that? A cat?
That sounds like a car accident.
I think that was a car accident.
That sounds like a car accident.
Well, girl, what's going on out the door? Listen, now you know the old me would have been nosy, and then I could have went out there and reported everything that was going on outside to y'all too. I don't know what's happening, but I can tell you I'm not going out that door to find out what's happening. Y'all hit the like button for me, please. Thumbs up, Ken folks. Now, hey AVL, been such a long time, and it's so good to see you. All right. So now let's talk about Nisi Road. I don't know, but it sounds like a car accident. Maybe it was a pterodactyl, 2 elephants, and a rhinoceros. They got in a fist fight. But something was going on. But that wasn't on the TV show, so that ain't what we gonna talk about. So it looks like this show actually started with the dinner ending from last week. Okay. That's right, Angie. I'm not channel 7, 10, 4, or Telemundo. None of them. Hey, Smooch. How you doing? It's so good to see you. So listen, the dinner ends. I saw Porsha consoling Storm, and and Dennis was, basically saying Dennis was trying to get a bunch of attention and basically saying he was doing too much. Well, in my opinion, y'all, if I got to tell the truth, I do feel like he was doing just a little bit too much. DT say he needs 48 more likes. I need 48 people to hit the thumbs up, family, please. All right. So in any event, then we move on to this situation with Lauren, the assistant, Lauren, the sister, and Londi sitting up talking about these rooms and these room assignments. All right. So now, girl, your daddy was smart. Don't you run to no window when nothing going on. So they talking about the room assignments, and I'm gonna tell y'all what I saw. It looked like to me Lauren was upset. Dennis went ahead and changed his room. Like, what you upset for? She's like, how he gonna change his room? And I already set the room assignments. Hey, my Christian Key. First of all, that's a grown man. You can't tell him what to do. He got enough money. He can get any room he want to. I'm sure he could have got 3 or 4 more rooms if he wanted to. Okay. And so I was trying to understand why was she so visibly shook up. Okay, Nisi Rose, what you say? She was real mad. Yes, she was. Yes, she was. all upset because you couldn't control where that man was gonna lay his head that night. I told y'all I'm suspecting Lauren. Lauren is a whole snake, a green snake in green grass, and y'all know how I feel about that. Hey, Sasha Ellis, what you say, girl? She say both Lauren and Londy low key like Dennis. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And the fact that he's Portia's leftovers, they don't even mind. It is what it is. Angie, you done started already. Y'all get y'all sister. Talking about Londy look like the Michelin tire man. Really, girl? You ain't wrong, but we doing this early. All right. And Grace, what you say, sis? Say Lauren told on herself tonight. She can't stand for show can't. Thank you, Ann, because I was sure gonna say it, sister. It's the truth. Hey, Quasia, you full over there? All right, tell our brother-in-law we said hello. Yes, she's weird. She's trying to find a way to stand out, baby, and she needs to accept that she is utterly and perpetually, continually, and terminally ordinary. That's what I'm gonna need her to accept, okay? You don't stand out. You ain't that special. So anyway, while they talking about him changing the room, and right, exactly, Southern Charm, uh, she points out the fact that basically Dennis was at fault for it, and Lonnie jumps in all extra angry and whatnot, talking about, oh no, Storm's at fault. And so Lauren points out, Dennis is a grown man, had no business telling that girl to shut the F up, because he didn't. That was very rude, vulgar, and ugly. Just because she was, agreeing with her cousin, that was no reason for her to be attacked. And it was also mm, she should have also pointed out the fact to Londy, that girl saying that she understood Portia's point of view was not a good enough reason for her to be attacking Storm. But it's some other underlying issues, and we're gonna get into that in a few. So Londy didn't like, she said she ain't liked Storm since middle school, and she don't say hello. But I want to stop right there. If you ain't like somebody since middle school, baby, why on earth would you want them to say hello to you? You sitting up here visibly displaying the fact that you still right now that you full grown, not in middle school, don't like this girl. Why are you vexed that she's not speaking to you? Is it that you want her to pretend to like you, or is it that you want her to like you and allow you to have access to her so you can talk about her and hate on her from up close? Thank you, girl. The envy is so real. Just like Lauren is sitting over there with that bad skin, envious of Porsche. I think at this point it's safe to say Londy is sitting over there with that Dunlap around her waist, jealous of Portia and Storm. It's something really going on. Yep, baby girl said it. Baby girl said it, and there it is. So anyway, Lauren says she's unhappy with everybody. Dennis up there texting the girl or whatever, minding his business as he should. Even though I feel like he had an ulterior motive and was trying to be messy, just bringing the girl there. But that's neither here nor there for right now. Now, Portia and Simon sitting up there talking. I thought it was interesting because Portia was like she didn't expect that. But Simon told her he absolutely expected the mess. And listen, as much as I don't like Simon, and I know we supposed to be mad at Simon. Simon been making more sense than almost everybody on this show since it started. Simon told him flat out, hey man, I knew it was gonna be a mess. And he was saying basically you got to allow people to be their authentic selves, which is the truth. Okay. Now the man mentioned he wanted to have a chance to talk to Dennis. That was his first instinct. He wanted to be able to talk to the man. And I'm glad. I'm so glad that he has maturity and some common sense to realize if y'all gonna try to get along, you need to genuinely try to get along and stop being fake and phony. And I'm gonna tell you something else that I'm liking. Okay. I mean, Yolanda, whether he's a rebound or not a rebound, he got more sense than everybody else we done seen on that show so far. Y'all got to give that up. And I'm gonna tell y'all something else about Simon, about Shrek, that is. Hey, Queen Mermaid. One thing that I'm noticing about Shrek say the same thing in the scene that he's saying his confessional. A lot of the rest of them are saying one thing in the scene, and you get them in the confessional, and it flip flops, much like it has done for Dennis, Portia, Londy, Dennis Mammy. She pretty much the same all the way around. She nasty on every day. On every day of the week, she nasty. Right, Yolanda, he got more sense. So in any event, he's saying that I want to have breakfast with him or whatever. And then told Portia he got a request that you return that man his stuff. which is fair. She need to get that man his stuff back. Leave that dude alone. Why are you taking his robes and stuff? Like you something wrong with you. So what was very disturbing to me was not disturbing. Let me not say disturbing. It was insightful to me that Simon was able to pick up on the fact that Gina's involvement is problematic for how Porsha and Dennis is able to co-parent. And the reason why it caught my attention, in all honesty, is the fact that he's not looking at it almost like somebody who's in a relationship and worried about the ex. He's looking at the situation of you and Dennis could probably get along better if the mama would move out the way. How y'all gonna raise the baby together and the mama sitting up there in the middle of every single thing and keep a bunch of mess going? Y'all gonna constantly argue and it's gonna constantly be a problem. So I do applaud him for pointing it out. It was shocking to me that Porsha was sitting up there looking like a deer in the headlight. Why are you shocked that this man is telling the truth? And why didn't you see it yourself? Why weren't you mature enough to understand that, you know what, you need to try to address this situation in a productive way? Hey, Kenya 330, like, hey, man, look, I want to work with you. Your mama's involvement is problematic. She has issues. Like, I can try to build a relationship with her outside of this, but she don't need to be involved too heavy, because then you and I can't get along and co-parent. Because how you gonna co-parent with somebody if you constantly going back and forth and at odds, because you got this little mean lady with this dingy wig constantly stirring up stuff. Yes, toxic waste dump. Okay, and just treating that robe like a scratch and sniff marker. You silly. I cannot. I'm trying to be serious, Angie. You gonna make me act up before time. So anyway, then we get a good shot of Simon and Dennis at breakfast, right? Which I thought this was so cool to me. I thought it was so cool to see these two grown men sitting down, having a conversation, eating a meal, and just talking about real things, right? It was real cool. And, you know, Simon's telling him, man, I applaud you for being here. Dennis telling him, look, I'm only here for you and Porsha. And then they discussed the whole thing with Gina. And it looks like, Lord, Catherine Bennett, sis, you two, you cutting up too. Catherine say, toxic wig, toxic person. Oh, y'all are killing me. But in any event, it was funny to see them talk about it and how Dennis was like, well, you know, he's tried to tell her. So it's almost like Dennis understands that his mama can be a little bit of a problem. And I like the fact that he was able to acknowledge, and those two full grown men were able to have a full grown man conversation and it not be any type of bickering or childishness or foolishness. But then when you flip to the confessional, you got Dennis being a whole hoe again. See, this is what lets me know Dennis want to be a man on some levels, and on the other levels, he has a pink thumb firmly wedged in the crack of his behind. Because he gets in the confessional, oh, he's a professional. He got moving companies on standby. Porsha better be careful. Like, shut up. You was just in this man's face acting like a man. Then you get to the confessional and you got to try to throw shade. Grown men don't throw shade. That's female and queen talk. Please cut it out, Dennis. Just because you have the breast of a full grown woman, it don't make you one. You supposed to be a man. Breast or no breast, sir. Breast or no breast. Now, if you trying to be a queen and you ain't trying to be a man, then go ahead and get you a waist trainer and pull that gut in. Babe, listen, I can get you a good discount on Body Magic if you're trying to be a lady, but I need you to pick a side, Dennis. I need you to truly pick a side. Sitting up there looking like a bloated Jermaine Dupri. But I'm gonna leave that alone because we're not dragging right now. We just talking about what happened. Okay. So anyway, then he tells Simon, to tell Porsha that he is bringing a date. Simon sitting there like, I ain't getting in that, and I don't blame him. mm-hmm. I don't blame Simon for not getting in that. You want her to go drop the bomb. You want Simon to go drop the bomb that you being messy. If you being messy, go ahead and deal with it on your own. Okay? Now, then you get to Lauren, the Clear Lady, Aunt Liz, Dennis, and Londy. Now this was a weird scene. It's a very, very weird scene. So Dennis came in and he apologized to Aunt Liz for his behavior at the little weird meditation session. This whole element to this story just seems goofy and senseless to me. But it is what it is, right? So then Lauren started babbling about a bunch of nothing and intention and some other crap that she was saying. A whole bunch of nothing. I guess it made her feel good to say it about a breathe in and a breathe out, which is dumb to me. You breathe anyway. If you ain't breathing, you ain't living. And what the hell are we talking about? But anyway, um, Dennis, and then I'm gonna tell you what I did get out of all that nothing that went on, because there was a lot of nothing in that situation. Out of all of the nothing that took place, one, Londa had the nerve to come up in there with a midriff top on. That's one. And I don't know why that happened, but it happened, and I saw it. And the next thing was that Dennis had the audacity to claim that Gina was emotionally attached to them people's family. Now he need to stop lying, okay? Because the Lord is watching and God ain't pleased. Dennis know good and hell well his mama didn't like nobody in that family, most especially Porsha. It wasn't that she was attached to the family. She liked having proximity to them people that she don't like so she could talk about them from up close. Now that's what the hell it was. And I think she also wanted the exposure and an opportunity to get her scarecrow looking behind on television. I said it and I meant it. So then we move on to Londa and Lauren discussing about Dennis and this girl that's coming. And Lauren saying that, the girl just gonna bring drama. And Lauren want to tell Porsha. Londa talking about, no, don't tell her. That's why I said, I told y'all last week, neither one of them heifers don't mean Porsha no good. Neither one of them. I said it again, and I meant it. So let's move on to this bus. With them sitting on the bus. So they heading to Sonata or Sonota. Y'all know I don't speak no Hispaniola. I don't speak none of that. I don't speak no Spanish. I don't speak nothing. Hey, Rochelle, I won't say nothing, but I don't speak that. Porsha, ignorant behind, thought they were saying C note, like $100 bill. Um, but that was kind of a cute little funny moment. We all know Porsha can be a little ignorant. So they heading over to this pit for a cleansing ritual. And all these rituals, they doing me something with the ritual this, the ritual that. So then they asking Simon, how come he ain't put them with the women in his family? And he said, well, y'all got a lot going on, still trying to be a gentleman. That's why I say, there's some men that ain't no good, but they still got manners. And Simon is one of those people. Okay? Wait. What you say? SB, hey SB. SB say did Aunt Liz lose her memory tonight? It was weird. Got on my nerve completely. Not cute. Child, Liz been on my nerves ever since she said she was a Christian and a shaman at the same time. Okay. So let me tell y'all what went on with this. Because I know y'all saw it. I want to make sure we saw the same thing. So, he was trying to be a gentleman about it, and Porsha was like, yeah, because I keep you around my family, right? So, they played it off, but I don't think she really understand how she making herself or her family look. Y'all thumbs up the video now. Thumbs up, y'all. Please hit the like button. So then next they arrive at this place, and the gentleman meets them there. Hey, sweet Tay, you lost part of your comment, baby. Retype it. So they arrive at the place. The man giving them the history on it is 42 feet deep, talking about the Mayan people was sacrificing folks there, and it's a part of his history and culture, which I respect. Everybody's history, everybody's culture and traditions. I could not respect the fact they talking about his body parts all over the place. That was a little crazy. Hey, Allison, good to see you. Um, the fact that she said, they talking about body parts everywhere, and y'all was sacrificing people. And I don't know if y'all seen it, but around about that time, Simon was looking at them people real crazy. Real crazy. Extremely crazy. Lauren brought the clear lady and the talking stick. And now that got to be interesting too. Let me see a couple of y'all comments before I keep rolling. Okay. Lauren better stop messing with the shadow man. Maybe she want to go live with him. Better her than me. Kyra said, yep, I caught that. P. Willie never met his family but have all up in her daughters. She didn't say she never met his family. She said why he didn't bring his family, connect his family with her family. That's what she said. Because I saw the pictures of her meeting his mom and them. So she met the family. They haven't put the families together is the issue. And Grace say Lauren in London remind me of Peter. Portia need to wake up. You better say it. Because they do not have her best interest at heart. And that is so clear. Catherine says exactly. I'm tired of all these rituals. Let's hit up the gift shop, a massage, in the pool. Right. All that weird crap. All that weird crap. OB, you made it? Yeah, Simon was looking at them like real crazy. Ritual this, ritual that. Yeah. Um, it's just listen, that was just weird. Yeah, the assistant was looking at him crazy too. Mm-hmm. Right, baby girl. You can't get peace in a place like that. All them spirits and all these rituals that took place, human sacrifice and everything, and you going there for peace. That's what let you see. That's the kind of stuff that people do to let you know that they're confused. It's almost like one of those memes. Tell me you're a confused person without telling me you're a confused person. The divine Miss M says some of them are suspected short bus riders. Yes, you know all of them there. At this point, in my opinion, everybody except for Simon appears to be a window licker. Now I'm just gonna say that. Yolanda says Simon taking notes. I wouldn't be surprised if he and Portia didn't make it down the aisle. Too much mess going on. Girl, did you ever think they was gonna make it down the aisle? Lala say the only water I trust is shower water and bath water. I mean, I trust water, but that don't sound right. A 42 foot deep pit of water where they was killing people is not exactly where I'm going. Okay. She didn't meet the oldest daughter. Okay, that doesn't mean not meeting the family. That's one kid. And Grace said, yes, Simon knew they were dealing with witchcraft. Facts. Facts. And he was the only one that seemed to peep that these people is dealing in juju. If you're dealing in juju, just say so and stop with the wind chimes and talking sticks and bells and gongs and saying weird words. Obi says, I still think Simon want camera time though. I doubt him and Porsha are gonna last all the with all this he's seeing. He's mentally taking notes. I agree with that, Obi. I don't think it's gonna happen. But I don't think it was ever gonna happen. I think Simon never had genuine motives whatsoever. D Marie, I want to know why the clear woman was there. I want to know why the clear lady was there. Okay? It made no sense. None whatsoever. I couldn't make no sense out of that. But in any event, let me get on into it. Okay. Hold on, let me get a couple more comments. Jamie said they need to stop playing with that mess. I'm not sitting around pulling in that negative crap, all types of spirits around. Thank you. Hey, Southern Ivy. Facts. Pure witchcraft. Pure witchcraft. That's all they doing. These people are not tired of juju yet. You say Mexico scares me, too much voodoo going on. Well, I sure hope you ain't in America because there's plenty of voodoo going on here, as you call it. America got juju in every state, and darn near every state got their own brand. So if you're running from juju, I don't know where you're going, maybe to the moon. I don't know about Canada. Niecy Rose, is Canada juju free or y'all got it up there too? Southern Charm say, why they holding the stick like it was a microphone? Girl, because they crazy. Crazy. Okay. So let me get back into it. All right. Say it, Shade Queen. Thank you. Hey, Amuse, you made it. So, anywho, at the pit, and I'm gonna say a pit because it just, it just it's very fitting to say the pit because if you're trying to get to the pits of hell, a site where lots of witchcraft took place just might be the place to get it done. Okay, exactly. Tell them again, Ann Grace. Tell them again. Yeah. So anyhow. So they went to talking about a stick. You're going to get a talking stick. You're going to clap talking about an a-hole and a is-so. I said, okay, these people are silly as hell. So Londi grabs the stick talking about she going to release anger and get some patience instead of releasing some calories and water weight. But, that's not my business. Darlene apologizing for years of not, being present for her child because she was working and started screaming and hollering and crying and she want more than a pat from her daughter and she wants some type of emotional buy-in and start screaming and hollering and hooping for Jesus. Like, what are you doing? Why would you come out there in public all the way in another country and start screaming and squalling like some sort of cat in a burlap sack in front of strangers. You don't even know these people to be doing all this. The clear lady didn't even know what to do. She just standing up there looking crazy, right along with everybody else. And just say 5150 hole, please. Yes, somebody needed to do a 5150. Miss Thing needed to be a Baker exit. That's not safe. That wasn't safe. Niecy Rose, I didn't understand all the screaming either. I didn't. What is you screaming and hollering for? Whatever issues you had with your daughter, you had those issues long before you hopped your little cute self, because she's very cute. Now that like I told y'all, that is the new rule. Because y'all know how they do when it's a yellow person. The first thing they say, well, we have to admit she's very beautiful, even when they're not. So now that I'm about to give Miss Darlene some work, we got to admit she's very beautiful. Now that we got that out the way, first of all, Darlene, you knew you had those issues with your daughter before you came there. And if you came there to make an excuse to hang out with your kid, that's cool. Use the time to hang out with your baby. The way to make amends and get closer to your child and rebuild a bond is not by harassing and embarrassing her in front of other people that's watching. And if you were that emotional, why did it take that stick getting in your hand to make you scream? What was it about this stick that as soon as you put this stick in your hand, you start screaming and shaking and hollering, and you try to show her love, and she don't accept it? And it's like, what the hell are you actually talking about? I need some understanding. It just didn't make no sense to me. And everybody looking at her now, go hug her, go hug her, Storm. Poor Storm sitting up there looking uncomfortable. And what got me was, as Darlene, again, let me say it again, let me do a disclaimer. We have to admit she's beautiful. Y'all say it with me. Y'all type it in the chat. Now we have to admit she's very beautiful. Okay. Now that we've admitted that she's very beautiful, can we point out the fact that you completely victimize your child? You use the trauma that you gave her as a means of making a fool out of yourself, drawing a bunch of attention, drawing attention to her, and almost putting her in a place of emotional extortion. Either you're going to give me the reaction I want in front of everybody, or I'm going to make you look like a bad person. Thank y'all so much for doing the disclaimer. We're going to do that every time a beautiful brown-skinned woman do something stupid, and we got to give her that work. We're going to admit she's very beautiful. Thank you. Storm couldn't hug her before she started hollering. Well, get this. You knew that before you brought your behind there. So why would you get your child in front of people and try to embarrass them? Why would you do that? I didn't understand that. And Nissa said, I didn't get also why the clear lady was shaking that stick all over Darlene. Just why? Just because they stupid people. I told you, a bunch of window lickers. A bunch of window lickers. Angie says she's very beautiful, but she has bad feet. But we have to admit she's very beautiful. Yes. Thank you. She's beautiful. Now we can proceed with the truth. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And Grace said, I will say that. Miss Darlene called on Jesus in the midst of all them spirits. Yes, she called him, but was she really calling him, or was she putting on a show? See, that's what I feel. That this was one of them things where she was putting on a show, and she didn't mind, in my opinion, possibly calling the name of the Lord in vain. Now, I don't know. I can't say she did, because I don't know the inner workings of nobody's heart. Hey, Tanner Grant. But I know it just seemed real contrived to me. We talking about Porsha and this mess she got on. That's supposed to be a show. Hey, Emma. Southern Charm said, why Darlene start off talking about her Bonnie rubber feet and not her daughter? I ain't got nothing to do with that. Yep, that's right, Sweet Taste. She's beautiful. That's all we can say. All right, baby girl, say 98 likes, 169 in the chat. That means I need 71 of y'all to hit that like button. Please, please, please. Y'all hit the like button. Please, thumbs up. 1, 2, 3, thumbs up, y'all. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Now, Allison says she wasn't sorry. She just wanted to appear forgiving. The Oscar award goes to. There you go. Hey, Maybelline Reynolds. Mm-hmm. The divine Miss M say, bunch, bravo, pandemic check, make them act a fool. Well, maybe maybe that's what it is. Emma say she did it for the show. I believe it. I can't argue with it. Hey, Toffee Mocha. Y'all hit the like button. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Okay. Hey, C Mays. So then that happened, and I just really felt bad for that girl because it was like these people are a bunch of hacks. They'll do anything for attention, okay? So anyway, you would think that would be enough of a drama. You would think after that, and she'd have made this poor baby so uncomfortable. Portia's former assistant over there looking like, what in the hell is going on here? Okay. So the next thing was Aunt Liz. Now y'all tell me if Aunt Liz full of crap, because Aunt Liz felt like she was full of crap to me. Aunt Liz was giving me a whole lot of full of crap, and she has beautiful gray hair. Matter of fact, I think I like it. Hey, Legina the Jackson, I think what we gonna do when we got to give somebody some work, we gonna find something nice to say about them first. Can we all agree to that? Let's do that. So Aunt Liz has beautiful gray hair. Yes, she does, and I like her complexion. And now we gonna give her some work. Liz up here talking about she gonna release the ghost from a civil rights movement, and now she can find herself. Aunt Liz, you're full of crap, ma'am. You're not living with no ghost from no civil rights movement. Nobody's trying to, take away or negate any work that you've done. But I feel like you threw that in there because you wanted a montage of old pictures of yourself protesting and being an activist and all that good stuff. And that's absolutely great. And I feel like you would have had an opportunity to do that at another time. But I feel like you weren't trying to release anything other than an opportunity to let people know what you have done and what you called, your activism and your life's work. And this was a way to make yourself seem grand, Aunt Liz. Thank you, SB, because that's what I saw. Aunt Liz is full of crap. I've had enough of her. But yes, Lily, her hair, I love her hair. Okay, I just gotta, if I gotta tell the truth, her hair is lovely. Hey, PBH. Say Auntie trying to relive her glory days. Right. That's exactly what I think it is. Yes. I mean, it just was a mess. It was not real. Yes, beautiful gowns, beautiful gowns. That's what I see. Now, baby girl say all these people want fame off Porsha. It's so sad. Porsha don't have nobody around her that's really for her. She doesn't. And Grace says, yes, it was clear she used that to bring in her activism. That's all it was for. That's all it was for. Hey, Karen Pollard. That's right. She's beautiful though. That's what I'm talking about. See, Karen know how to play the game. That's the game we're playing from now on. As a black lady and she's beautiful, we're gonna say she's beautiful before we give her that word. Hey, hee LEL. All right. Yep. So that went on, that fakery. Then you got Gina talking about she want to let go the negative part of her that won't let her forgive, and y'all work with her while she working on her unforgiveness. She tried to do a little bit of a fake cry and a fake voice crack. Ain't nothing fell out her eye unless it was dust. I mean, we know she dry, but she can't be that dry. Then you got Dennis talking about he letting go of unimportant things. Now, Dennis, I might believe. He said he proud of everybody. I don't know what you was proud of them for other than acting a fool. Porsha grabbed the little stick and said she ain't in a place to forgive Gina for the mess she pulled. So she's still holding on to that, which I understand. The heifer lied on your mama. I'd have held on it. I would have held on to it too. Ain't no use in me fooling nobody. That wouldn't have never went away from me that you lied on my mother. Okay. So anyway, then Miss Liz gonna point out to Lauren, you need the stick because I saw your toes curl while Porsha was talking. Now we're gonna stop right there and let's talk about this for just about a second. Hey Coco Bunny. Say, did they use Porsha or Porsha use them? Nah, Porsha might be using them on this show so she could keep the show casted, but they definitely using Porsha Coco. They using her. And I feel like they was using her before they got on the show. And I feel like if you already using somebody, the least you can do is help earn them checks that you keep spending. Because I feel like all these people is some leeches. And they've been leeching off this girl way before the show. You say without the family, the show is a flop. Well, guess what? The family need to be on the show helping to earn some of this money that y'all leeching off this girl. Because clearly the people around her don't really care for her. Y'all only around her for what you can get. Exposure, coins, and the rest. Period, point blank. Okay? You say that's where the message resides. I believe it. I believe it. So did. Liz points out the fact that Lauren's toes curled when Porsha was talking. So then it makes you think when Porsha was talking, she was talking about Gina. What, Lauren, what your toes was curling for? Other than everything about your sister makes your toes curl. See, you are the worst kind of person. If you don't like somebody, what you do is stay away from them. That's what you do. Now, Coco say it's the Williams family. It's her mama's family that's using her. I mean, we can say that, but we can't say that about Londi. Londi is there, clearly hanging around to get what she can get, and we sure can't say that when it comes to Lauren, because Lauren was hanging around trying to be on television and all. People are users. People are users. Period. Point blank. Okay. Now, Liz pointed out that the girl's toes was curling, and you need to talk. We want you to be healthy too. And I'm kind of glad that Aunt Liz brought that out because she had no business, sitting up there with her toes curling. This girl ain't even mention you. She ain't even act like she got no animosity towards you. So what was your toes curling for, Lauren? You know what I'm saying? Aunt Liz telling her to talk and get it out. And then she brings up a working relationship and she didn't feel appreciated and felt undervalued when she was working for Porsha. And that's why she quit. Okay, cool. Why would your toes be curling about that right now? And if you were still upset about that, why you even up under your sister pretending like y'all so close? Girl, you holding resentment about a job? Ma'am, that don't even make sense. Why would that from that many years ago still have your toes curling all the way in Mexico on a trip you planned? You see what I'm saying? You see how people do? It's like, well, this is the only thing I can think of to say, so I'm going to say it. I don't want to tell the real reason why hearing this lady voice make my toes curl while I'm pretending to be the loving sister who refused to tell her sister the truth that you trifling for going with somebody's husband. I'm still waiting on you to do that, Lauren, if you such a good sister. Where are you, ma'am? Where you at? Because you're not showing up. Porsha says she was unhappy with her life, period, and she using me to be the big bad wolf, which I believe that too. I believe it. Now, Nisi Rose, what you say? Lauren got a lot of demons. Yes, she do. Yes, she do. You say she confused. She's also deceitful. Lauren is passive aggressive and sneaky. Yes, she is. But I'm gonna tell y'all something else real quick that I think this show is doing. I think this show is doing a very good job of showing people who actually is around Porsha. So you can see, like, when we see her do some certain stuff and see her persona and some stuff that we don't really care about her character, it's like, oh, so this is where she get that from. When we see the dishonesty, oh, this is where she learned that from. You know what I'm saying? It's some really funny stuff going on. And I find it interesting that I don't think this is what Porsha intended for this show to be, but this is clearly what it's turning into. Okay? So they need to earn their bags. Yep. They definitely need to earn their bags. And say Auntie called Lauren out for doing the same thing, mixing gods and etc. Right. But she mixing gods herself, talking about she's a shaman. She's 3 years training to be a shaman. And then talking about God and the Holy Spirit. Ma'am, I need you to pick a team. All right. Now the divine Miss M say, did her toes curl when she was filling in for Porsha at this nation? Nah, they didn't curl because that was one of them things she was using that girl for. Lauren is Olive from Popeye and the Wicked Witch of the West from the Wiz. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what she's trying to do. I don't think it's gonna work, but Miss Thing is giving it her best effort. That's all I'm saying. Like, I see through the bull crap. Nisi, what you say? All they masks is coming off. Yep, all full of it. Every one of them is full of it. Yep, she did say that. Gigi said if Lauren's attitude is that, it's evident she's not there for Porsha. Fake family there for the come up. That's what I'm talking about. Straight there for the come up. And they're not fooling me. They're not fooling me. Because and the main reason and the glaring reason, y'all, is because not one of them have just sat her down and was like, you know what? The bottom line is, hey, Porsha, dude is not the worst guy in the world. He seems decent, seems intelligent, but that's somebody's husband and you shouldn't be with him. And ain't one of them said that. Not yet. Not yet. That's the problem. Nobody's done that. That's what lets me know that ain't nobody really there for that girl. Obi, what are you talking about? You tried, but it's pronounced. Internet's called you. It's coming from the Yoruba language though, but you know we both Igbo. Yeah, so I don't speak Yoruba. So I'm sorry that I don't speak Yoruba, but let me tell you something. In the over here, we're gonna just call it straight up juju. Juju is juju. And guess what else about juju? I don't fool with juju. I do Jesus. Okay? So I won't have to worry about pronouncing juju because I'm gonna be too busy pronouncing Jesus. Okay? You say Portia used to like everyone too. What do you mean like everyone too, darling? I don't know what that means. No, she's not innocent. We're not talking about her innocence. I'm talking about the fact that she's clearly doing something wrong, and her family, who says they care about her, is not calling her on it. That's what I'm talking about. It's not my job to judge her innocence. The facts is the facts. The people that I care about, me, I tell them the truth. I don't sit around and pat them on the back and shine them on and smile in their face. And not one of them that stand up and say, hey, Portia, that's somebody's husband. You can't be walking around parading this man around and he's another woman's husband. Nobody's told her yet not to be a husband, told her not to be a husband snatcher. And Grace say Lauren wants to be Portia, but she don't have the it factor. She doesn't. She doesn't. And you can tell that she holds that against her sister. Okay? That's what I'm saying, Emma. None of them have, no one has done it. No one has done it. Period. Nobody is telling her the truth. Mm-hmm. I don't even know how many more episodes of this we got to sit through, y'all. Portia used everyone. Who did she use, baby? We can't just throw stuff out there. Please give it to me straight. Say the family is there for the come up and a sliver of fame. Precisely. Precisely. Jamie say they probably haven't told her it's wrong, as they may not see anything wrong with it. Hence where Portia gets it from. And that's the other thing I was saying. Like, they're not telling this girl the truth. And like, when you see a person's morals and character, and it's always in question, it's usually coming from somewhere. They did not pluck these character traits out of midair. She got that from somewhere. And with us looking at her family, getting a real good look at the people around her, getting a real good look at her village, honey, we see where she gets it from. Oh no, I don't want to miss it. Deborah Randall say it's apparent Lauren still has issues with Portia, and Seanitra called it last week when she said Lauren's trying to put her daughter out there in competition with PJ. That's exactly what she doing. Uh-huh. So it sounds like some generational stuff, and they've added to it. Girl, say it again. Say it again. Obi say, I think Londy on the show is being real though. Cameras, I like her. Lauren is fake. I don't like Londy either. I don't like her either. And I'm gonna tell you why in just a few minutes. So anyway, let me get back to the show, y'all, before we get off on a whole tangent and I'll be done forgot where I'm at. So listen. They moved past all that, and Portia saying her stance, which is that Lauren wasn't happy with her life. And I feel like Lauren became very unhappy with her life when she saw Portia trying to glow up. And it's like, oh my God, she's glowing up, and where's mine? And sometimes that happens with sisters, and I guess it just can't be helped. Now, everybody goes to swim. Londy put on that bathing suit. I do not know why. And if I'm not mistaken, I do believe I heard Portia asking Simon if he could swim, and I don't know whether he said he can't or he don't know. Now, in my opinion, if you
said he don't know,
right, baby girl said he don't know. So if you don't know if you can swim, chances are you can't. So I thought that was cute and interesting, nice little family moment. Still don't understand why in the name of God Londy put on that swimsuit, but she did. She bold, y'all. She bold. So anyway, they get to the dinner. Let's talk about this dinner, because see, this is where it gets good yet again. That's right, SB. Londy is 100% jealous. And I don't like people with jealous spirits. That's just ugly. So they at the dinner, of course. Dennis' chair is empty, and they say, you know, where Dennis sat, and here come Miss Gina with her little messy self and them broom straws on top of her head. She called a broom. I'm sorry, she calls it a wig, but it's clearly a broom. And she said, well, he has plans, and she put this little smirk on her face, like she thought it was cute. And Lauren goes to tell Portia, and of course she has to throw in there, well, I think Simon knows Like she thought that was gonna make her mad with Simon. It didn't. Gina sitting up there grinning like a horse in the mouth. And then Portia just basically said, I'm dealing with the consequences of toxicity. And she still mentioned that thing with Gina. So that's really bothering her that Gina lied on her mama. And she said that, she up there talking about what she releasing and still never felt like apologizing for lying on Miss Diane. And that's ugly. She really should have did that. Hey, Queen B. So anyway, then Portia texted Gina and told her that was crazy. And then she blurted out at the table like, oh, he brought a woman with him, letting it be known to everybody. So she might have texted it to her, but she said it openly at the table. And I understand why that would have been slightly annoying. Like everybody's there for family, everybody's there to be uncomfortable, deal with their issues, and he kind of making it into more of a pleasure trip. And I think she also understands that he was only doing that to try to make her uncomfortable. When you claim you there to try to build these bridges and bonds, but you really were there to be messy. Okay? So anywho, moving right along past that, because that was just, unfortunate and unpleasant. Really wasn't no way around it. Liz then says, starts talking about the clear lady and how how she's concerned that she leading Lauren down a path to open wounds with, no methodology to heal the wounds. Everybody just gonna be walking around with open wounds. Talk about mixing all these different, ideas and processes and things of that nature, which, as I said, seemed to me very strange coming from Aunt Liz, because Aunt Liz is somebody who's claiming to be Christian and trying to be a shaman at the same time. Now, you, I, and the man in the moon know those things do not go together. Hey, Delicia, how you doing, boo? They don't go together. That's Plaids and Stripes right there, is what that is. So I find it interesting that she was pointing that out, but she really didn't deal with it. Okay. Hey, Genesis guy says Porsha needs to be ready to sit down and have a talk with Dennis, get in a relationship. Yeah, they all need to sit down and talk and be intelligent and trying to be, try to be flexible and compromise. Sasha said they trying to expose Porsha. That's what they were trying to do, but in all honesty, they're really exposing themselves and showing us just how nasty they are and letting us see the kind of people that's around this girl. It's starting to make sense why her morals are questionable, because her entire village is questionable, to say the least. Me calling these people questionable is being very kind. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure that lady ain't said that. That lady didn't say that. If any part of you believes that Gina telling the truth, I got some land to sell you in the middle of the Everglades. I promise you, you can build a whole mansion on it. And just say that clear lady need to continue living in her rhythmless nation. I agree. Yes, Vita, I did. Hey, Brick. I'm trying to take care of it. I am, but I got to talk to my girls about this show now. Y'all welcome Brick to the chat. SB say Liz can never be taken seriously again after that shaman thing. Right. They all work in their own angle. Right. This girl is surrounded by a bunch of snakes. The child is surrounded by snakes, and I see why. At the end of the day, I feel like Miss Diane is the only person that may not be using her, but I feel like Miss Diane is not being a strong mother, in that you might love your baby and you want your baby to be happy, but as a mother, you have to advise your child on the proper thing to do. And it's never proper for your child to be laying up with somebody's husband. I don't care. Now, that's my issue with Diane. Diane had too many opportunities to just say, hey, don't do that. Don't do that. If you like him, tell him he got to wait till all his paperwork straight, and then y'all can start quoting and talking. But the way you doing it just ain't right. And Grace say Tamar used the doors Tony opened for them and became her own star. Lauren wanted to do the same off Porsha. I agree. But she does not have likability. I agree. I think people can see her envy and fakeness. Yes, we can.
But if you chime in with Tamar, how Tamar acted in
Come over here and say it.
No, how Tamar acted in the first couple of seasons of Braxton Family Values is how Lauren is acting, except Tamar is more overt with her bull crap. Lauren is just trying to keep it on the low. Tamar is jealous of all her sisters. And you all don't remember when Tamar be sitting at the table with them? Oh, Tony, your man just want to use you. Your man cheating on you, and this and that, this and that. Nah, Tamar just as bad.
Mm. Well, there we have it from the baby. Hey, baby, the baby's here. All right. So see, apparently, maybe she feel like she's taking a page out of Tamar's book. Okay, you say drink lemon and cucumber water. Okay, got it. I got some cucumbers on the way, and I already got lemons, so I might try that out. Lauren is talentless, though. Yes, she is, and I think she's angry about it. I think she's very angry about it. But it's gonna be all right. We gonna see. That Sasha say I agree. That's why I think she didn't include her brother. He's not with the nonsense. Right. Now SB say it's more like the bodyguard to me. Oh, the girl that played Whitney's sister in the bodyguard. Uh-huh. Amuse says, hi, baby Seanitra. Hey, baby. Auntie Amuse said hi. She says, hi, Auntie. Hey, Queena. Nacho twins say that part, Geneva, both little sisters are worse off. Right. You see? Lord Lala say Lauren makes me itch. Whew. And Gertrude, hey Gertrude. Gertrude say Tamar has talent, Lauren don't. And dead go. And that's it in a nutshell. But listen, so then she says she bringing in a life coach and she can't promise ain't gonna be no more crying because the ex-assistant is like, we don't need no more crying. Like, it's been enough of that. Can we move on to something else? And they want to keep this emotional roller coaster going. This roller coaster, this hot frap of toxicity on, always going. Hey, always Chantal. And so anyway, Storm starts talking. She was like, I didn't open up there. And I think Storm probably would have if her mama hadn't embarrassed her acting like a darn fool. But the baby was just talking. And so she says, oh, I like that, Obi. How you do that? With the Merry Christmas. I love it. Thank you. So Storm was like, she was in a toxic, abusive relationship, talking about how she felt isolated and afraid. And the child was just trying to open up. And here come Lauren, not Lauren, but Londy come just barreling through like a huge angry hippopotamus, interjecting what, about last night's dinner. And is that why you said what was I gonna do? And so I love, listen, I don't even know Storm, but I'm starting to like Storm. I'm starting to like Storm because Storm stopped her and she was like, so you're going to use the trauma that I was going through when me talking about, my hurt and my pain, and you was going to use that as your way in to basically try to pick a fight. Like, Londy is a sick, let me tell you something. I said it before and I'm going to say it again. I've never trusted unattractive women, and Londy is the perfect example why. And Lauren is got darn, what they call it in court, Exhibit B. Londa is Exhibit A and Lauren is Exhibit B. Unattractive people do the nastiest things. The girl is trying to open up and you can't even let her talk because you got to try to make what she's saying about you. It wasn't about you, Bigums. It wasn't. And I feel like somebody just need to give it to her blood raw. The fact that she sat up there and was, telling that girl, keep talking about what you don't know. Like you're going to attack her. What are you going to do? Eat her? You've already ate your calorie limit for the month, Londy. Stop it. Stop trying to attract people. She is really, like, her attitude is disgusting. And it was so funny because Lauren jumping in there trying to take up for her, talking about, we just trying to figure it out. We just trying to figure it out. And I like that Porsha stood up for her little cousin and was like, no, you literally interrupted this girl while she was trying to talk. She couldn't even tell her story without y'all interrupting. You're not trying to figure out nothing. You're being messy. And then you got Londy sitting up there looking like she looking. I'm not going to go in on her too hard, because I like her mama's hair. But she's sitting up there looking like she looking in the confessional, talking about that Porsha is clearly taking sides. It's not about taking sides, hon. It's about right and wrong. What Lauren did was taking sides when you sitting up making excuses and trying to explain away someone's bad behavior like she did for you. But what Porsha did was the truth. She told the truth. Hey, This girl was trying to express herself, and you totally hijacked that moment and made it about you. And that's what she did. It was horrible. Simon tried to calm things down. Again, God dog it. Simon, why you got to be so mature all the time? Simon is like, look, when either one of you start talking, the other one sees red, y'all not going to get nowhere like that. I appreciate that. SB, what you say? She got that mask face. It looks like a mask. Yeah, I don't know whether it's a mask or it's just the Lord telling us she needs one. SB says both Lonnie and Lauren are like hostile witnesses. Hostile for no reason. Absolutely no reason. Like, why are you attacking this girl? You already told us you didn't like her since middle school. It says to me, it's screaming, I'm not cute. I look like my mother in the face. And I've been mad at you since we were little because you've always been cute. Now, I'm starting to suspect that the anger and animosity toward Porsha and her auntie and her mama and her cousins is based on facial challenges. Now, that's all I'm going to say, and I'm going to leave it alone. I'm not going to drag neither one of them for looking how they looking, but we all saw it, and I'm not the only one with 20/20 vision. And I'm going to let y'all figure that out. I'm not going to do it. No. Not at all. But anyway, again, I gotta like Storm. The girl is so honest. Storm sits there and she goes, well, I'm not open to getting to know you. Like, I'm not interested in that. This girl is steady trying to talk about, well, you know, I tried to be nice to you. Girl, she don't want to know you. You don't have to be nice to her. I think what Storm was getting across to her was, you don't have to like me. You don't speak to me. I don't speak to you. Leave me alone. And the fact is, she doesn't want to leave her alone because her hostility toward this girl just will not allow her to leave this girl alone. This is why unattractive women are dangerous. This is why. Okay? And she got the nerve to be a double threat. You unattractive and you're meaty. And not in a good way. You know, you can have thickness and shapely and be a figure 8, but I don't know what figure that is, but it ain't 8. I don't know. I'm not calling out no numbers. Y'all not going to get me in that. But she needs to stop because her envy toward that girl is showing. Her envy toward Storm is showing. It was already showing toward Porsha, but I think it's something about Storm, maybe because Storm is closer to her age. It is really showing, it's bubbling, it's falling out at the seams. It's just a bit much. Okay? And Sweet Tea, what you say? Wait a minute, I'm trying to get your comment. Sweet Tea say Lauren and Lonnie don't need to have access to her house anymore. They don't, because they've proven they cannot be trusted. Okay? Always Chantal says, I feel like Storm had a rough childhood. She definitely has trauma, and I like her now. Yeah, I like her. She went through a lot. We all see how extra and narcissistic her mother is. I hate that word, but it is what it is. And this girl seems to be doing okay. She's holding herself together. And then she's got to sit up there and be attacked by, you know, this very large, angry girl for no reason other than she exists. Lala, what you say? Londi is a snake. She would be the cousin that's not invited to the sleepover. I wouldn't invite her to my sleepover anyway. She wouldn't be over there mashing up my settee. But I digress. Anyway, so that situation got real interesting. Porsha pointed out the truth. Like, you interrupted this girl while she was talking. So I think it's about to get interesting because as Londi gets more and more agitated, I think she's going to let slip all the venom that she has toward Porsha. I think it's going to come out. See, one thing about it, and two things for sure. When you set out to try to dig a ditch or set a trap for somebody, the old women used to say, when you dig one ditch, you better dig two. See, when you go to dig in one ditch, the first one you dug, you might fall in it. I feel like they dug certain ditches for Porsha, but along the way, they're getting tripped up and falling into their own ditches. This was all to make Porsha look as bad as possible. And as much as, you know, we don't like Porsha's behavior, they're really starting to make themselves look really terrible. Their duplicitousness is starting to come out. Their duplicity is starting to come out. The lack of honesty, their lack of loyalty is showing, and the fact that they don't mind scheming and plotting. And I still say that Lauren was trying to sneak Dennis a piece of cat that he didn't want. And he showed her he didn't want it because he went and imported some from the U.S. Okay? There's my Mimi. Mimi says Londi is a larvae with a wig on. Mimi, I love you. I couldn't figure out what she looked like. Thank you for that. Hey, hi, Key Mikey. Porsha. Okay. And Popo Porsha at that. Because she's surrounded by a bunch of snakes, and I don't know if anybody can help her. Okay. SB said, can you imagine Londi at age 10? I cannot. Nor do I care to, because that sounds dangerous. It sounds dangerous. So in the next episode, girl, I figured out what you meant. You know, I know how to read a typo or two. If every now and then it'd be one that I can't pick up, but I picked that one up real quick. Okay. Now, Sasha, you better say it. Sasha says, I'm getting the vibe that Porsha was on the outside growing up. Yep. Since Lauren had the dad with her, now Portia's winning. More known for her granddad and cuter. Right. That's what I said from the beginning. I feel like, Lauren, you had the leg up. You had the dad in the house with you. And yet somehow you still mad with Porsha like she had something you didn't. Only thing that girl got that you didn't get was that face and that shape. And everything else you had. Like, there's no other reason. Like, what's the problem? Why you mad, Lauren? Ain't you still slim, girl? Go out there and take over the world. I don't know what else you gonna do, but go do it. So listen. So coming up, I put the link there. If anybody want to tell me if y'all saw something different than what I saw, I pinned the link to the top of the chat for StreamYard. If y'all want to come in, please make sure you enable your mics and cameras. Well, you don't have to have the camera if I know you, but if you have something to say. But coming up for next week. Now it looks like they went for some tequila tasting. They still bringing up this old stuff about how Porsha found out Dennis was cheating. Dennis mad at Dom, which is Portia's ex-assistant, for telling. He's the ex-assistant. He was going to tell. That's his friend and his boss. He was supposed to tell. Okay? Now, why you mad at him for telling? Be mad at yourself for cheating. Sugar, can't nobody tell what you ain't. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he lied on you, then I can see you being mad. But if the boy told the truth and you was the one cheating, why are you angry? Okay, but that's neither here nor there. Apparently things got heated at another one of their gatherings. I think this whole trip was a mess. Now, if y'all recall, Miss Diane was like, this trip could be the best thing or the worst thing in the world for this family. And it's looking like it might be the worst. Okay. Whatever went down, Porsha popped off and was like, get him out of here, him and his sluts and his mother. So I don't know who the sluts were. Maybe it was more than one slut. I thought he was just important one. It looks like next week is gonna be more the same. It's gonna be some fireworks apparently, or at least enough fireworks to get somebody put out and security call. So I guess we'll see what happens. And if nobody else saw anything I didn't see, then it is what it is. I'm gonna give y'all my opinion on the whole situation, and I'm gonna get on up out of here. Now, overall, y'all tell me what y'all rate this episode between 1 and 10. What would you give it? And I'm gonna tell y'all what I think. Now, if you ask me, start to finish, the whole thing was about a 6.5, 6.5, 7. And I think what got it up to the 7 for me was the nonsense with the talking stick and seeing, more things exposed. Because I told y'all, I'm watching this to see more lies exposed, more of the deeper story come out. The bottom line is we're seeing the kind of family this girl come from. I don't know what she thought it was going to be, but what it truly is, in my opinion, I see some 7, 7.5, 6s. Beanie says 3.25. Niecy says 7. All right. I just feel like we're getting more and more the backstory, what kind of family she comes from, what kind of people these people are. Helene says 6. Helene says 6. Chantal says 8 for me. I like seeing those text messages. Yeah, those were out there. But what tipped it was that, now we're starting to see this sister and this cousin situation bear out. Because I feel like the picture Porsha was trying to paint was, they just love me and we're going to get here. We're going to blend the family and we're going to show how normal we are. And Dennis is going to co-parent with me and Simon and everything is everything. And instead, what it's showing is y'all might have been able to co-parent. 1, if Dennis could grow up. 2, if his mammy could back. 3, if you didn't have a snake cousin and a snake sister that's sitting there basically trying to screw your baby daddy. Like, this is getting to be a little interesting, and I'm waiting to see what happens next week with it. Um, I will tell y'all this: I'm adequately disturbed. I'm adequately disturbed that Simon is the most mature person I've seen on the screen. Yeah, they are not for her. Nobody has told her the truth yet. Like how many episodes in, y'all? 3, 4 episodes in, and nobody has sat her down yet to say, girl, this ain't it. Nobody has sat her down. Even when she sat down with Miss Diane, and I love Miss Diane. Y'all know what we gotta say, right? We have to admit she is beautiful. But this many episodes in, and ain't nobody sat her down and said, girl, this ain't it. He's not the devil. He's not the worst guy in the world, but this ain't it. You say nobody's interacting with Simon. I mean, we could say that, but it looks to me like Simon is not interacting with nobody. It looks like Simon has detached and pulled back, is what it looked like. But maybe it's the way you see it. You think Porsha had wishful thinking? Well, Porsha gonna have to understand. Now, I'm not related to her, but I would tell her the truth, honey. God don't bless mess. So you tried to go about it the wrong way. Wrong don't turn right. Family full of serpents. Precisely. Always Chantal says, it's a little sad to see their families fall apart. I'd rather see them have fun with a little drama. Yeah, but you got to look at, sis, what ain't never been together can't be together. I think these people have always had these problems, and with the camera there, it's just like putting a spotlight on it. I think Porsha wishes Dennis was a little more jealous. I think so too. I think you're right about that, Beanie. That's for real. Say nobody will say anything to correct Porsha. Well, we see that. But my point is, what I'm asserting, my assertion is that they're not correcting her because they don't love her. When people love you, they correct you. Beanie says she wanted to keep his stuff to keep the connection going. I believe it. I believe that. Now, baby girl say, I agree, Chantal. Unfortunately, I think it's going to end up making Porsha cut him off. I hope she does cut him off. These people are nasty. When she watched this show back and see what they was really saying about her in the confessional, I hope it's enough to make her wake up. Because I'm sorry, I mentioned some window lickers, but we all know Porsha is the queen window licker. She ain't that bright now. Bright, she ain't. But, in the reality, when we understand that correction is love and love is correction, when you don't correct me, you don't love me. The people who care about me will come to me and say, Nitra, that wasn't cool. You shouldn't have did that. Even if they're not right, if they felt like they were right and you care about me, you would have came to me and say, hey, that ain't it, sis. But that's not what they did for her. And I think it's clear. And I think it's clearly because they really don't care about that girl like that. Simple as that. So anyway, I done gave y'all my review. I told y'all what I think and what I saw when I was watching this entire debacle. Nobody hit the link, so I'm going to assume that means everybody saw the exact same thing I saw. That's what I'm going to assume. And in the meanwhile, I appreciate everybody. I love you guys. Y'all that hit the like button, I thank you. If you did not hit the like button yet, please hit the like button on the way out the door. Thumbs up, family. And it's I Am Tavonda. Hey, girl. All right. I'm glad to see you. I don't know if she was cheating or not. All we know is Gina said it, and Gina lies to everybody but her wig maker. I believe that's the only person she told the truth to. But anyway, I'm going to get on up out of here. Tavonda, I miss you. I'll see you later. I will talk to you guys again tomorrow. But for tonight, y'all have a good night. Like this video, share this video if you get an opportunity to. Hit the notification bell, click all so you'll know every time we go live. I appreciate you all for being here, and y'all have a good night. Bye now.